G'day everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name's Cal and I make videos about frequent flyer points and premium travel. If that's something you're interested in, hit that like and subscribe button. Let's go. Today, we're going to be looking at how to efficiently search for reward seats with both Velocity points and Qantas points. Now, if you don't know what reward seats are, or you just need a quick explainer on why you should never use points plus pay, click up here to see my in-depth video on reward seats first. Finding reward seats can be difficult, so it's important to remember the golden rules in that you have to be fast and that you have to be flexible. By this, I mean that you need to be looking for your flights the moment they are released, some 330 days out. Book them as soon as you see them. You can always cancel for a small fee if it doesn't work out. And be flexible in where you fly into and what dates you end up flying. This might mean flying into Manchester rather than London, or Milan rather than Rome, but due to their lower demand, you might have a lot more luck getting the seats you want, with the small downfall of a train journey afterwards or arriving or departing within a few days of your ideal date. Another big tip I have is to do some research into what airlines fly where. Find out what airlines fly between what airports and how often, and then use that to your advantage. If an airline has multiple flights between cities every day, between Melbourne and Singapore for example, you'll have a lot more luck finding reward seats because more flights equals more seats. If you have a specific airline, plane or class in mind, it's handy to do some research into what routes are available. For example, if you want to fly Qatar's A380 first class, there's no point trying to search for that out of Melbourne or Brisbane, because we can see that they actually only operate their A380s out of Sydney and Perth, in Australia at least. We're going to start off with a far easier option of searching with Qantas points first. Because of Qantas's One World Alliance and other airline partnerships, you can redeem your Qantas points not only on Qantas planes, but on other airlines like Emirates, LATAM, KLM and Cathay Pacific, just to name a few. See the full video on alliances for more info into those. Finding these flights through the Qantas website is quite easy. Once you decide on where you want to go through the multi-city search option first, select the Use Qantas Points Classic Flight Rewards, put in your ideal start and finish points and the dates you want. Remember what I said about being flexible? Don't forget to select the Flexible Dates button. Once you do that and hit search, you'll see a calendar view of availabilities with the coloured badges denoting economy, premium economy, business class and first class. From there, you can click through the dates and find the flights that suit you. Want to check another date? Make sure not to try and swipe back to the previous page as you'll get an error and have to start over again. You want to go down and use the back button at the bottom of the page to return to the calendar view. Once you find your flights, follow the prompts and book like a regular paid flight. Now that the easy one's done, let's have a look at using Velocity points. Despite having so many great partners available to book, the Virgin booking portal can be quite slow and tedious for finding seats. Having to manually search routes on a day-by-day basis can take forever and runs a high risk of a seat being missed. A rather strange tip that I was put onto by a subscriber is that once you're on this page, you can actually edit the hyperlink on the search page, removing the word first and replacing it with business and then hitting enter for a second time. What this does is filters out any economy and premium economy seats and shows only those in business, where you can easily see which are selling as reward seats. I do urge a bit of caution in doing this as it's not hugely stable, and if you find the seat you want, note down the date and the flight number, close the browser, and then research just for that particular flight to make sure it does exist. Another method of finding reward seats with Velocity points is looking on partner airlines' own websites if you know what airline you're looking for. If you know you want to fly from Sydney to Los Angeles on United, it is easier to look on the United website first as they have a great calendar-based availability view. Once you find your seat, head back to the Velocity website, search for that exact date. This also works with Singapore Airlines, Air Canada and Qatar. Do keep in mind though, just because you find a seat on the airline's website does not automatically mean it will be available to book on Velocity's. Airlines will typically release several reward seats per flight, and out of those, only a select few are offered to partners. I'm not exactly sure on the numbers though, because it does differ. If you see a flight on an airline's website but not on Virgin's, it probably won't be available to book, but it doesn't hurt to call up the Virgin call centre and ask. That's all for now. Good luck on your points journey, and don't forget you can contact me at any time at pointysecrets@gmail.com for any questions or to organise a strategy meeting to maximise your points and plan the holiday of your dreams. Also, let me know down in the comments where you want to find reward seats to fly to. See you at the pointy end.